guys, G-Man here, coming at ya from the secluded hills of the Treasure State. Okay, so, I'm not feeling all that hot today, so we don't have the nice hair or the nice threads. In fact, I'm rocking the PJs, and yeah, I'm rocking the bandana because I didn't feel like doing my hair today. It's a Saturday, I was off work, had a horrible headache all day, man. It's been rough. But we do got the drink, check, and the vape. Check. Alright. So, today is story time. Excuse me. Today is story time number 2. So, you know, a lot of my traffic comes here from the prison genre, right? The prison channels, right? Shout out to Splinter. I've been riding his coattails pretty hard. I'm gonna back off that shit for a while. I don't want him to get pissed at me. That would irritate me if I constantly seen somebody trying to blast their shit on my videos. So I'm gonna back off that, Splinter. I promise. But anyways, a lot of you guys know what hooping is, okay? And I'll say this. Hooping is not just for convicts, okay? I hooped my dope for years, really, if I was going to be in public with it. And it's gross, and it's gnarly and grungy, but I was able to be a full-blown junkie for years and never get a felony for possession. I did get in trouble for weed one time, but since that was not a felony in the state of California at the time, I didn't think it was worth it to hoop it. Whatever, give me the fucking ticket and take my weed. I don't care. I'm not gonna hoop weed. But anything above that, if I was gonna be in public, I would either be ready to and pop it all, or hooping it to not get in trouble. And a lot of people have a misconception about hooping, and they think that hooping, at least on the streets, okay? I can't speak for prison, because they actually check your asshole in prison. But on the streets, when you hoop something, you don't have to put it, too far up there. Just enough to make it so it ain't gonna fall out. Typically, you'd want to wrap it up in a cellophane, a couple cellophanes if possible, and then a little bit of toilet paper or something, right? But anyways, I remember one time I was kicking hard, right? I mean, kicking like a kung fu flick. I mean, bad, right? And I had been trying all day to figure something out, okay? And it was the worst too, man, because I had money. I had like $160, but I could not find anything, man. And nobody I knew was, either they were good and not interested or whatever, man, whatever. But I had one good homeboy, and I'll come up with a name for him real quick. Let's see. We'll call him Nutcase, okay? That's similar to what his alias on the streets was, but not so similar that if he sees this, he's going to take it as me burning him out. So, Nutcase was a very good friend of mine, okay? We went to the same high school. I crashed at his pad all the time. His mom was cool with me. Good friends, right? But for some reason, on this day that I'm talking about, where I had that money but I couldn't score, he wasn't answering his phone. And he's not the type to do that, right? He's not the type to not answer his phone for me. Especially me, right? I mean, if he's in the middle of something, he'll tell me, sorry, bro, it's your Jones Holmes. I can't help right now, right? But I said, you know what? I'm gonna call his chick. And it wasn't weird, okay? I knew his chick too, and I called them both all the time to get a hold of one of them. It wasn't weird. So I called his chick. And she answered, and she's breaking up real bad, and she goes, hey, I can barely make her out, but she goes, hey, we're not in San Diego at the moment. I'll have a nutcase call you when we're close. So I said, okay, cool. Are you coming back tonight? And she goes, yeah, we're on our way back right now. Okay, cool. I mean, she knew what time it was. She knew why I was calling, more than likely. Okay. So I'm sitting in my house. About an hour goes by. I'm still living in my mom's garage. She's not happy with me, but she hasn't kicked me completely out yet. And I'm chilling, just watching TV, whatever. Sicker than a dog, right? Fiending hard. And I literally went to the hall cupboard, got the bottle of Benadryl, grabbed a Gatorade, went back in my room and said, well, fuck it. I guess I'm just gonna, take 8-10 Benadryl and zonk out for 12 hours. Whatever. Could be worse, right? But, the junkie in me doesn't want to give up hope yet. So, I'm waiting and waiting. And finally I get a call from Nutcase. And I can barely understand him. He sounds super fucked up. And his girl grabs the phone and is like, yo, G-Man. Yeah. She goes, hey, I'm at Grossmont Trolley Station, which is around where my mom's house is. Pretty close. And she goes, I need your help. Nutcase is super fucked up. I can't even hold him up. The trolley cops are already looking at us sideways. Can you start walking towards us and help me with him? So I was like, bet. No problem. Threw my shoes on, got down there, met him about halfway. And I was like, damn, fool, you are fucked up. And she's all, yeah, he's on way too much Xanax and way too much dope. So I go, all right. And I'm like, well, let's get him home, I suppose. Because his mom lived by my mom, so we were not too far apart. And he goes, nah, fool, I can't go see my mom like this. If she sees me like this, that's it. She's going to kick me out. She's really getting sick of this shit. So I said, all right, let's just go to my place. And on the way back to my place, he tells me, I've got a bunch of dope hooped. And when we get to your place, I'll break you off. So I was like, yay! Right? I mean, I about picked him up and carried him like this. You know what I mean? I was so ready to get home. I mean, I about picked him up and carried his ass. And so we get to my house. Thank God my family's all in bed. Thank God I have a door to my own room. Because like I said, I was crashing in the garage. So we go in my room. I let him chill out for a minute. I grab him some Gatorade. Give him a cigarette, whatever. And we're chilling for a minute. And I go, all right, fool. Well, what's up with that dope? And he goes, yeah, I got it hooped. Just give me a second, I'll get it. And I was like, well, come on, man, I'm fucking Jones and hard. Like, can we just get it? He's like, I'm not trying to be a dick, but can we just get it? And he's like, yeah. And in the garage I'm living in, there's like a little laundry room. And then the garage, right? Garage, laundry room. Garage, laundry room. So he goes in the laundry room. And I give him a minute. Give him a couple minutes. And I figure he just nodded out standing up or something, right? But I go up to the wall and I, you good? What's up? And he's like, I can't get it out, fool. And I was like, what? And he's like, I can't get it out. And I was like, all right. Goddamn moth. Anyways, he goes, all right. He goes, hey, tell my girl to come here and help me. So I tell her, I'm like, hey, he needs some help in there. And she looks at me like, what? And I just look at her like, I don't know. He says he needs help. So she goes in there. They're in there for a few minutes. And she comes back out and she goes, yeah, you're going to have to go in there and help him. I go, what do you mean? And she goes, well, I'm not putting my fingers up there to get it. And I look at her like, so you want me to do it? At least you're his chick. And she's like, yeah, I don't know. And then eventually Nutcase comes out and he goes, dog, I can't get it, man. Like, he's all, we're good. So, I mean, if it ain't that big of a deal to you, I'd rather wait till tomorrow. And I said, oh, fuck no. We are not waiting till tomorrow to get that dope. So, what I ended up having to do was I had to go into the kitchen, get my mom's fucking yellow housewife dish gloves, right? And this is so hardcore, but I literally had to help dude get that sack out of his butt, okay? And it was probably one of the most savage things I've ever done to get high, right? And let me tell you something, man. I am glad that I did it, because not only did he break me off, but he broke me off fat, and it was bomb shit. I'll let you use your imagination on where he got it, but I'll just say it was not as good as we would typically get where we live, okay? And obviously he got it somewhere where hooping it was a must. So you can use your imagination on that. That was probably about one of the lowest things I've ever felt doing, right? Because, if you're gay, whatever, that's cool, whatever, I don't want to hear about it, but whatever. But I just want to show our viewers how desperate you can get for that shit, man. So, yeah. And by the way, no, I did not put the gloves back. I threw them away and bought some new ones a couple weeks later. Yeah. That wasn't the best story time. I know. I'm sorry. Keep in mind, I am not feeling well. I feel like absolute death. No, I'm not dope sick. I'm on methadone these days, so no, that's not what it is. Don't know what it is. I'm hoping it ain't COVID. We'll see. Alright, guys. Thanks for rocking with me. G-Man, logging out and going to bed.